Lord John of Gaunt is grievous sick, my lord, suddenly taken, and hath sent post-haste to entreat your majesty to visit him.
Where lies he?
At Ely House.
Now put it God in the physician's mind to help him to his grave immediately. The lining of his coffers shall make coats to deck our soldiers for these Irish wars. Come, gentlemen, let's all go visit him. Pray God we may make haste and come too late.
Hello, Dominic. Could you come through, please? Hayden will see you now.
Oh, but they say the tongues of dying men enforce attention like deep harmony. When words are scarce, they are seldom spent in vain, for they breathe truth that breathe their words in pain.
Brilliant. Just brilliant. I can't tell you how excited I am to work with you.
So I've got the part.
Oh, yes, of course. This was merely a reading. There is just one thing, a small one, which I wanted to discuss.
A condition.
Well, a formality, really. I'd like to think of it as an opportunity.
I'm listening.
It's just, well, you're reading it as an American.
Oh, I am an American, but I'm reading it as Gaunt.
Yes, but with an American speech pattern.
The speech pattern... the speech pattern... It's Shakespeare. The speech pattern is in the beauty of the words and in the truth of them. They're not a pronunciation of a vowel.
It's just that our audiences expect the character to sound, well, English.
You want me to speak Gaunt with a British accent?
Exactly. It's the classic Shakespearean speech lauding England and Englishness to the English. And to that end, I really would love to introduce you to...
I'm so sorry I'm late, but I'm near at last.
Della, you're not late, actually. You weren't expected for another hour. I haven't yet.
I'm sensing boldness, a gold aura. You are divinely connected. But red, too. Passionate, loyal. There's a tension here. But that is a good thing. Theatre is tension. We have much work to do and not a moment to waste.
But whose acquaintance am I have the pleasure of making?
This is Della Davenport, a renowned vocal coach. In fact, she specialises in working with Americans.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Della. I appreciate you taking your time to... But I don't need a vocal coach.
Oh, well, Della works with all our American actors. It's standard and quite the opportunity.
Nonsense. I am the fortunate one. It is an honour to work with you, and I promise it will be a life-changing experience for both of us. Now, to get started.
But this is not possible. I mean, I do not need a vocal coach.
The thing is...
But the part is not mine unless I go through this charade.
You see, Dominic, this is the thing. We say charade.
And if I refuse?
I'm afraid our audience is... it just wouldn't be possible.
Oh, well, to quote the great man himself, with the horrors of an American addiction, what must be shall be.
Brilliant. Let us begin.
But, darlings, join thee. We need to warm up. And reach. Lovely stretch. And fly. Now, into pigeon. And take a moment to feel the sun on your face. And send yourself back. And all the way. And all the way back. Marvelous. And all the way forward. Send yourself to the sky. Marvelous. Now we form a circle. More.
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 Ha! Ho! Hey! He! Who! Ha! Ho! Hey! He! Who!
Ha, ho, hey, he, who, ha, he, ha.
Now swallow a wasp. A moor. Now for the vowels. Now, you shall read these words and I shall correct you.
Is this really necessary?
Read.
Bald,
Bald.
click,
Cleek.
envelope.
Envelope.
Enough.
Very good.
This is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Stop it.
Stop it.
I'm going to read. Afterward, we will discuss what corrections to my diction need to be made. Capiche?
Capiche, darling.
Methinks I am a prophet, new inspired, and thus expiring do foretell of him. His rash, fierce blaze of riot cannot last, for violent fires soon burn out themselves. Small showers last long, sudden storms are short. He tires betimes, that spurs too fast, betimes with eager feeding food doth choke the feeder. Like vanity, insatiate cormorant, consuming means soon preys upon itself. This royal throne of kings, this sceptred isle, this earth of majesty, this seat of Mars, this other Eden, demi-paradise, this fortress built by nature for herself against infection and the hand of war, this happy breed of men, this little world, this precious stone set in the silver sea, which serves it in the office of a wall or as a moat defensive to a house against the envy of less happier lands. This blessed plot, this earth, this realm, this England, this nurse, this teeming womb of royal kings, feared by their breed and famous by their birth, renowned for their deeds, as far from home for Christian service and true chivalry, as is the sepulchre and stubborn Jewry of the world's ransom, Blessed Mary's Son, this land of such dear souls, this dear, dear land, dear for her reputation to the world, is now leased out, and I pronouncing it like to a tenement or pelting farm. England, bound in with the triumphant sea, whose rocky shore beats back the envious siege of watery Neptune, is now bound in with shame, with inky blots and rotten parchment bonds. That England that was wont to conquer others hath made a shameful conquest of itself. Ah, would the scandal vanish with my life! How happy then were my ensuing death.
Well then, Della, about the pronunciation
For
of...
God's sake, darling. We are being warned of the greed and authoritarianism of one corrupt and self-serving man and how it could end the world as we know it. What difference does it make if he draws his vowels or shortens them?
But it's a speech about an Englishman lamenting the ruin of his country at the hands of an English king.
You don't think America has had bad rulers? So then we agree. It's the truth of the words.
Yes. My work here is done.
But you can't possibly...
But there's no buts about it. Come here. Did you believe me?
I did, but technique is important.
Truth is a technique. If the character's accent is integral to the part, then that matters. But tell me, is that the case here? Because if you only want me for this role because I was the actor in that show, then everything here is a lie.
If I were to answer honestly, that was my initial desire.
Honesty is the most important thing. So tell me, Hayden, tell me. Why did you believe me?
Because you believed what you were saying. You weren't imitating.
Now we can begin.